So after the release of a number of really successful tone model collections for ToneX based off of the Victory V30, the jack amp, which has really become a favorite amp of mine, I've had a lot of requests to branch out into other Victory amps, with the Kraken being one of the top requests. Today I'm going to showcase my latest release, the Crack-In Ultimate collection for ToneX, and I'm going to let you hear these both in and out of the mix. I truly hope you enjoy. Let's get right to it. All right, so here we are over in ToneX. I'm going to give you a quick rundown explanation of what these tone models are all about. What you're going to see here is 7 Amp+Cab captures and 7 DI or amp-only captures, which are also going to feature a custom IR baked into the preset. So the naming convention is JS, my initials, Crack-In Alt or Ultimate, and then we have 2 numbers with a hyphen between them. The first number signifying the channel we're using. The first channel on this being a little more British inspired, whereas the second channel a little bit more modern. And the second number after the hyphen is simply going to be the gain level. So the lower number is going to be cleaner, moving up to kind of the highest gain level on that channel. And you'll notice here the amp is based on the Victory VX, the Kraken Mk. Now the Amp+Cab captures were captured through my incredible Rev 212 vintage 30 loaded cabinet, and I thought that paired up really nicely. The DI captures can obviously be used with any IR or even real speaker that you desire, but I decided to at least give you a preset with a baked-in custom IR based off of a different Rev amplification cab that I have, a 212 G12H75 creamback loaded cabinet, and I figured that would give you a nice starting point and a nice complement to the vintage 30 tones, as those are going to sound quite different. But again, simply coming away from the preset to the tone model will show that you just have a raw DI amp only tone model here with no cab, that you can swap them out. Later in the video, I am going to let you hear how these work together in a full-blown mix with drums and bass in a full production. So I'm going to get started today with some humbucker pickups on my Gibson SG, and we'll start down here on the Amp+Cab captures. I'll go through those first, and then we'll head over to the DIs, and I'll also let you hear this with some single coil pickups and a P90 pickup as well. So starting here on the first channel, the lowest gain level, you can actually get fairly clean on this amp. I'm on the bridge pickup here. Now this isn't going to be an amp that's going to have a classic sparkly clean sound. It's going to be a little more edge of breakup with a little bit of grit on it, even at its lowest level of gain. But we can roll that volume back, get it to clean up quite nicely. If I move to the neck pickup, and the middle position. Go back to the bridge. Now moving on to the second level of gain on channel 1. Can hear there, it really starts to break up again. I can lower that volume control. And these react just like the amp. Neck pickup. Middle position. Moving on to the third level of gain, now we start getting into a little bit higher gain here. Again, the volume control works nicely here. Right down to around 2 on the volume. Beautiful stuff there. On to the neck position. Middle position. Nice stuff. And on to the highest level of gain on that first channel. Neck position. Middle position. And again, these clean up nicely with that volume control. All right, moving on to the second channel. Now we're getting into a little more modern high gain here. But again, on the lowest gain setting, it doesn't have to be all out mayhem on the gain. But a really different flavor to it. That's the bridge pickup, neck pickup. Middle position. This starts to really shine this channel. When we push it up into higher gain, I'll head over to the bridge position again. Now these pickups are fairly low output, more vintage style, so this is going to get really crazy heavy gain if you were to play it with a much hotter pickup. Neck position. And finally, the last level of gain. This is basically the amp cranked wide open. Go really nicely with some delay here if we were going to use this for some leads. All right, let's move over to the DI'd captures now. And like I said, this is going to have a very different vibe to it since these are just the DI direct captures amp only, but paired up with my custom Fathead Double Cream IR. So going back to the first channel, we'll go through these a little bit quicker. First channel, first level of gain, nice and clean. Over the neck pickup. Middle position. So some nice clean tones to be had there. Moving to the next level of gain back on the bridge. Neck position. Middle position. Back to the bridge, third level of gain. Neck position. on to the last level of gain on that first channel. Neck pickup. Really nice stuff. Moving on to the second channel, first level of gain. Neck pickup. In the middle position. Second level of gain, back to the bridge. Middle position. And neck position. Moving on to the last level of gain. Neck position. Middle position. All right, let's try this with some single coil pickups. This is probably not likely a set of tones that a lot of folks would think would work well with a Strat, but I'm going to show you that some of these do. I'm going to be playing my beautiful brand new Custom Shop 50s Fender Strat, and we're going to start here on the Amp+Cab Captures first channel with the cleanest setting. I'm on the bridge position here. Move to the neck. Move to some different pickups here. So some really nice stuff available there. Moving on to the next level again. Neck position. Move to the next level of gain, back to the bridge. neck position. And the final level of gain on that first channel. Neck position. Moving on to the second channel, back to that lowest gain setting. Neck position. Second level of gain. And the last level of gain. I'm still in the neck pickup. Bridge pickup. All right, let's move over and try this with some P90 pickups. All right, here I am with my single P90 Gibson Les Paul Jr. back to the first channel on the clean. Moving on to the next level of gain. Next level of gain. Final level of gain on that first channel. And again, never sleep on the really beautiful effects that we have here in ToneX. All right, moving on to the first level of gain on the second channel. Second level of gain. And the final level of gain. All right, so there you have it. What did you guys think? There's a lot of variety of tones there, actually a lot more than I thought there would be. Thinking that this was just kind of a one-trick pony amp going into it, but it really does have some beautiful lower gain and even edge of break up tones, especially on that first channel. Really digging those with various different pickups and guitars. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I do have the links below to this collection if you're so inclined. It does include all 14 tone models, the DI amp only captures with the baked-in IR on the preset, as well as the 7 Amp+Cab captures through the 212 vintage 30 cab. And I think you'll find something in there you like. You can dial them in however you see fit with some of the onboard effects, and even tweak the EQ if it suits your monitoring system and your guitar and your ideals. I'm going to leave you today with 2 demo videos. They're very short, but I'm going to let you hear both the DI and the Amp+Cab captures on the way out, reamped through the same tracks, just so you can kind of hear what both of these sets of tones sound like when utilized in a mix. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you sharing your time with me. Please like the video, share it with anybody you think would get some use or enjoyment out of watching it. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content. I'll be back again very soon with some more, and I really hope you enjoy the music on the way out. Again, the links are below to this collection if you're so inclined and want to grab yourself a copy.